Hello,
Hello.
hello, hi.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're tuning from. Thank you so much for joining us. And for those also going to watch the replay, thank you so much. So we'll just quickly get into our introduction. My name is Elvira,
And my name is Vikas.
and we're a family of three, husband, wife, along with our son, Levi. We are originally from India, but lived in the UAE for past 15 plus years. We come with strong backgrounds from the oil and gas field sector and also the heavy earth moving machinery. We migrated to Canada about 15 months back,
Yes.
and we are also into the online business for the past 9 months, and so far we are loving it. So, we also have our mentor, Sheetal. She will also introduce herself. Sheetal, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Sheetal, a proud child of God, mother of three, a teacher by profession, and now a proud digital business owner and a mentor. And I'm from Mumbai, India, and currently living in Abu Dhabi, UAE. And I love what I'm doing, and I call myself proudly as a teacher prona. So this is my bit of introduction. Thank you, Vikas and Elvira.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank
Sheetal.
you.
Yeah, I love that teacher premier. That's very nice. So, we have a very special guest today with us, and her name is Isabel. So, we'll just get her on. Hi,
Hello.
Isabel. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're good, we're good. Thank you so much. Thank you for accepting this invitation. I know during your busy schedule as well. Thank you so much for coming on here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So quickly moving on, can you just introduce yourself and tell our audience who Isabel is?
Sure. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. I'm living in USA with my beautiful family, my husband, our three kids, and well, now our two grandkids. Um, for over 20 years, I worked in corporate. After that, I moved on to work as an educational assistant to match my kids' schedule because I was tired of missing time with them. And well, after missing so many milestones and my heart aching because I couldn't be with them for you know, quality time and stuff, I decided to face my fears and look into something else. And that's how I discovered this digital business that I'm part of now, and which, is allowing me to grow, to contribute, and to be a present mother for my kids.
Yeah, so true. You know, as we work, we don't realize we're missing many milestones. Yes, you get your milestones at work as well, but the ones at home, especially with the kids, that's the ones that really, I would say, hurt when you look at it for like in the future, and you see that, oh, you missed this, you missed that of your son, your daughter. So that kind of like it hurts, but yeah, it's a good thing that we as business partners in this online space, we found something which is really good and is working for us.
Mm, yeah.
So thank you so much for that introduction, Isabel.
Thank
And
you.
yes, moving on to the next question.
Yeah. So, Isabel, the next question is, what made you look for another source of income, even though even through even though you were already busy with your job?
Yes, because thank you for your question. Even though I was working, I often felt exhausted. I remember when I was working full time, I was always drained, tired, and I was constantly having migraines because of my routine. And life wasn't, it was passing too quickly for me because I felt like, okay, I'm working, I'm giving all my energy to my job, and I'm missing time with my kids. So I wanted balance. That's why I looked for another source of income. I was looking for balance. I was looking for time freedom. I was looking for quality time, because every time when I dropped the kids off at the babysitter, I was crying because they were crying because they didn't want to stay. So I went, I left for work in tears because my kids kept begging me not to leave them. And so, I wanted the ability to say yes to more family time, to be able to be there with my kids without, sacrificing the financial part, and be able to support my husband with expenses and stuff. So I reached a point where I said, enough, something has to change. And even though I was afraid, I was scared, that's when I decided, to look for I actually was looking for a job online, honestly, but this business showed up from, out of the blue, because I wasn't really looking for a business. But when I saw the job model and everything, I fell in love with it. I'm like, yeah, it's scary. I'm not social. I'm not very outspoken. I'm not a person who speaks a lot. But I think this is the answer to my prayers. And so I decided to take this opportunity so that I could actually have, the presence I wanted in my home with my kids.
Yeah, wonderful. It's really, it has to, like, we need to have something aside as well. Cannot rely on our job, corporate job as well.
Yeah, and what you mentioned about work-life balance, this is like a norm or a term that is used nowadays in the corporate world. But when you actually see the flip side or the other side of it in the business sense that we are looking at it, this coming from this side, there is actually work-life balance on this side. And now, when you compare it with the work-life balance, so-called work-life balance that they have in the corporate world, it's not balance actually. It's just a norm. It's just a trend, the vibe that's going on, and everybody's using it. So yeah, I like that what you said. You pointed out about the work-life balance. That's really true. That's really
Yeah,
true.
because the balance, honestly, when you're working in corporate, I don't know, it's just fast paced. And there's times during the year where you have to work a lot of overtime. And that's the time when there's the holidays, when it's supposed to be about family. But that's when the families are more separated because of work. And I didn't want that anymore, for me and for my family. That's why I decided to get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, and exactly. I mean, even though your bosses are, okay with you not working that time, or your manager or the corporate world, but somehow your job requires you to do that. You cannot brush something off for later when you know it requires attention and importance.
Yeah.
So unlike on in the business world, right? So yeah, yeah. Okay. We have somebody with us, Anuradha. Thank you so much for joining in. She says, hi, Sheetal, Vikas, and Elvira. Hello, Isabel, watching from live from Dubai, UAE. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anuradha, for your
Hello.
support, and thank you for watching us.
Yeah.
It's very late in Abu Dhabi, though. It's like 11:15 now, almost in the night, in the evening. Okay. So, next question. Isabel, do you think it's normal to feel scared when starting something new, like an online business? I know you just touched upon this, but if you can just speak a bit more on that.
Yes, thank you for the question. Absolutely. Fear is completely normal, and I think everyone feels fear when they're about to start something new, whether it's a job, whether it's, a performance, whatever you're going to do for the first time, you're going to feel scared, and that's okay. I was scared too. I didn't have any experience in any kind of business. I wasn't tech savvy. And like I said, I wasn't social. Every time when there's like a get together with a large crowd, I was always the one sitting in the corner, not really talking to anybody. And I wonder, when I saw this opportunity, I really wonder if I could um, do this, because I was like, I don't know how you're going to do the social media part, because of, how scared, and how, as I think I was more insecure than anything. Um, But I learned that fear is a sign that we are growing, you know. Now, you know, now I know that that's a sign that we're growing because I decided to face my fears. But back then, when I was feeling scared, I would just back off and say, okay, I'm not going to do it. But now, every time when I'm about to do something different, something new, and I get that feeling, I know that once I do it that first time, I'm going to be okay. Um, because the same thing happened to me, you know, when I went the first time to our webinar, for example. I was nervous all day. I was like, oh, you know, this is kind of scary, whatever. But once you do it the first time, the second
Yeah.
time is not going to be as bad. And it's just about repetition. You know, you got to do things over and over so that you lose that fear that you have. So you don't need to know everything to start. You just need to be, you know, willing to take the first step, and then confidence will come with the action, with the practice, with the repetition.
Yeah, exactly. For me, what you just explained there, that is success itself, right? People define the world defines success in a different way, but for you, when you say that you were shy once upon a time, and then when you said yes to this business and you're pushing yourself, that is growth, that is success, and that's heading in a good direction.
Correct.
And no is never an option, right? I like that you said, you know, you say yes first, and then you just say yes for it, and then you jump into it, just to figure it
Yeah.
out along the way. That again is a sign, a good sign of growth. So success doesn't normally have to be tied down to finances or income, but these are small growth which is maybe not visible to anybody, but you know that you have succeeded and you've gone ahead and done something that you were scared of, skeptical of. So you feel proud within yourself. You know, you don't need to prove that to anybody, but you just feel that you give us a pat on your back and say, "Well done."
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, I've seen that of you. I've seen that you've lately come on the webinars, which is so good. And every time we see your name, we just cheer. Your name and Sandy's name, we just cheer. You know, it's so happy for you all to also lead by example. I mean, that gives us the urge now for us to
Yeah.
start. Although we are also still skeptical and scared to come on the webinar, but we are looking into it, and hopefully, who knows, we'll join you on the webinar also soon.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
I really learned a lesson when I started the business. When I started the business, right a couple months after we were having the convention in Calgary. And when I was in the convention, I saw everybody on their phones. I was brand new, you know, I didn't have no idea what I was doing at that time. But everybody had their phones out and they were talking and they were getting close to people, asking them questions. And I was like, So I was like, okay, so that's the thing you got to do. So I took my phone out. I went to Facebook, tried to do a Facebook Live. I saw my face on the phone and everything left me. My voice, I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, what now? I froze completely and I went out. So that's how I started, you know? And that was I believe the convention was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can't really remember now. But when I was heading back home, when I was at the airport, and I was like, okay, let's try this again. Maybe you'll do okay. You know, airports are still crowded. There's people, but you don't know them. So I was like, let's try it again. So I looked at myself and then I got the feeling again. I'm like, just talk. And I started talking about whatever, you know, I didn't have anything planned. I just wanted to get that over with. I didn't want that feeling anymore. So I decided to do it. And that's how I started. So everything, like I said, you have to do it. You really have to throw yourself in there and just, you know, say, okay, I'm going to be okay. If this is not good, if it's not perfect, whatever, at least you're doing it and you're going to, you know, get on the other side or get halfway, whichever way it is, but at least you're moving forward.
Yeah, I can actually resonate with that. When we went for our first picnic in here in BC, that's where I met Sandy. And everybody in this community, you are treated like a celebrity. So even if you don't know anybody, but people come up to you, smile, hi, hello, introduction done, and then they just flip out the phone and they talk like that. So I remember Sandy, she gave me the mic, and I'm like, how, what, where, when did this come from in my hand? So I was forced to talk, which was good, and really that broke out, like, in a good way. I came out of my shell and I started speaking, and then after that, you're like, where's the mic? I want to talk more.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, that's a good thing. Okay.
Okay, next question is, can you explain how someone can start this online business and what steps that they need to follow?
Yes, it is. Thank you for the question, first of all. It's simple. The first step they have to take is register into the websites, your website or whoever's website, or if they're seeing like a live or if they seen one of your reels and they don't know how to start, they can always send a direct message so that they can get the information of how to take the first step, which will be to register to watch our free info session, our webinar where we explain this business plan. And that's where everything begins. If after watching the webinar they decide that yes, this is for them, and they get as excited as I was when I saw it, then they can take their second step, which is paying our coaching program. It's $149 refundable within 30 days, as long as they don't make the coaching call. And that's how simple it is. With that 149, they get all the information about this business, what all is included in there, about the training, about the companies that we're affiliated with, how we earn commissions, and so much more. And they also learn about our amazing community, which is over 260,000 members now. So we have a huge community. And like we were just talking, our community is so open about showing the way, about leading others, about helping others, supporting others. So that's what they will get. And like I said, once they do that, if they decide to move forward, then they will have that call, that coaching call, where they will be explained about the different startup, what do you call it, the different startups that we have so that they can start their business. So it's as simple as that. It really doesn't take much. I know that when I started and I saw all this, I got very excited and I decided to move. I didn't move right away with starting the business, because I did pay my 149, but then I had to convince my husband, to get it on board. And then after that, I decided to start my business. Yes.
Yeah, because this is like it's a very important. Like, when you see the first part of the webinar, that you don't get so much information, and like, yes, but once you pay the 141, you get an entire blueprint of the structure of the business, right? And
Mhm.
and the best part, you said, like, now we are 260,000, right? It's like it's worldwide. People are joining in, and this is a legitimate business, and it's nothing fake, no, nothing
Scamming.
yeah, and we can just grow like in this business. So if I is thinking like, oh, this is a fake or this is but just take a one step and see what it is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as you mentioned, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So yeah, because I remember when we joined, which is just like 9 months back, we were only 250,000,
Yeah.
and now we are already 260. So that itself speaks a lot.
Yes.
Like, people are checking out the business, and this 149 USD uh, fee is like, it's a one-time fee, and
Refundable also.
refundable also within
Yeah.
the 30 days, or you until you decide to have the coaching call. So it's risk free. So what do you have to lose, right? Especially that people are watching us, they're checking what we're doing, they're curious. So I would say, it's a good thing to check out. For us, we stepped right in. We watched it. We watched our mentor Sheetal's ad, and then we just because here in Canada it was like afternoon time, and for her it was midnight, so she was not even available. But we just paid the 149, jumped right in, and then what we saw we loved, and we are like, wow, where was this all along? Why didn't we find this much earlier? But better late than never. So we just said yes, and then when we contacted Sheetal, and we said let's go in for it. So yeah, yeah.
Yes. No, I wanted to mention that, we are affiliated with a very well known, or our companies has over 50 years, and they're very, what do you call it, that been having so many promotions here lately. And I think that's why a lot of people are taking action to, we're getting a lot of action takers because of this promotion. So actually right now we still have a promotion going on before the end of November, where you can start earning 4 times, from your first sale. So why not start? That's why I think we're growing very quickly, and we have people from around the globe doing this business. So we have the training available in different languages too. So if you're watching and you feel like, okay, I don't speak English, let me tell you, we have different languages where you can do the training in your own language.
Yes, yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. So next question is, how does it feel to be a digital business owner now, and how has your journey been so far?
Yes, thank you for the question. Well, it has been empowering. It has been really life changing for me, because at the beginning, let me tell you, when I started this business, all I had in my mind was the financial part, like, okay, I want to earn money. But I didn't know that I was going to find a new version of myself, an improved version of myself, because this opportunity has given me the confidence I didn't have before. And I just love the way that my life has been transforming, because now I see it in a different way, because I have inner peace, because I have the time that I didn't have before for my kids, that I can be with my parents. They're retired and they love outdoors, they love fishing and this and that, and I have time for them. So now I feel like I'm in control of my time instead of the other way around. So I feel hopeful, and I'm happy. I'm loving just being able to be at home, but with purpose. I always said I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, because I always thought that it was boring, being home, cleaning and doing this and doing that all the time. But now, I have a purpose, and I need to connect with other people, help other women, and that really keeps me inspired, keeps me motivated, and I look forward to each day, because I get to serve others and still be present for my family. So yes, I wouldn't trade this experience, what I'm going through now, for anything, because like you said, I don't know where this was before, but now that I found it, I'm in love with it, and I want to keep going.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. As I said, even though we are a huge community, we still have groups and subgroups because of time and location difference, right? So
Mhm.
we and Isabel are on one team, and we show up. We show up for each other, for ourselves. And the thing is that where you think that you couldn't speak or you didn't have anything to say, we bring out so much of value, which is like it's like a hidden gem that's found or discovered, right? I remember one of the presentations I saw from Isabel, and I really liked something, so I said, okay, let me use that. So we learn a lot from each other, and you don't even know this, right? You don't even you think that what am I doing? Is it useful? But you don't know how it is a blessing to another person, right? They might not even tell you, but you really feel valued in this community, however small we are right now, or like new, or whatever, like you bring even from your corporate world, the experience, the knowledge, the years put in, that makes a lot of difference when you come in together, and you put it all on the plate together, and you see, wow, this is a beautiful dish that's come out all together. So yeah.
Yeah. I really love that we have different cultures in this business. because
Mm.
we all have a different way of doing things, or a lot of times we even have a different way of thinking about things. And so when you have all this collaboration, when you have all these people together learning from each other, it just makes something massive. And you're like, whoa, I never had that idea before. Like, you start thinking in a different way. So that's something I enjoy as well.
Yeah, yeah, and
Thank you. Yeah.
we are very happy to share and to explain and share with each other. It's not like, okay, this is mine and I will keep it for me. No, we're very open, and that's why I can go on and on about this community. It's really so good, and the business, of course.
Yes, thank you, Isabel, for that lovely, insightful answers, in-depth answer, how you explained with your real life. And I believe that our audience are going to find value in it. So we have a last question for the day for you. Lastly, can you share a few inspiring words in your native language for those who feel unsure about starting their own online business?
Yes. Claro que sí. A todas las personas que sienten duda, a todas las mujeres que sienten que no tienen un propósito, les quiero decir algo. Nunca esperen el momento perfecto. Ese momento no existe, no va a llegar. Tú lo tienes que crear. Si tu corazón te está diciendo que hay algo más para ti, escucha esa voz y da ese paso. Aunque sea pequeño, el crecimiento comienza cuando tú te atreves a creer en ti. Tú también puedes transformar tu vida y la de tu familia cuando tomas acción y empiezas a dar el primer paso.
Gracias, gracias, Isabel.
De nada.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
So,
welcome. You're welcome.
Shita,
And
would you
thank you
like
so
to
much
say?
for having me here today. I was really happy to come and share, a little bit. Um, because, yes, we have so much people out there that, like us, we don't know that this is out here, that this opportunity is there. So we're trying to take it and show everyone that it is possible, even when you don't have the experience.
Yeah, and for me, it sometimes also says that, like, it's we are not we don't force anybody to join, but we're just showing the opportunity. It's like telling a friend, when you go out in a restaurant and you experience it, it was good food, good ambience, good service, you would definitely just go home and tell everybody, your family, your friends, your relatives. So this is what we just want to bring out. We have our websites here, we have Isabel's, we have ours. Just go. This is a free webinar. Check it out for yourself. And as Vikas mentioned, also, if you still don't know, you can just go ahead and pay the 149 US dollars and watch the videos there. And if you feel that this is for you, go ahead. If not, it's okay. Right? Not everything is for everybody. Not every business is catered to everybody. So just you can just ask us a refund and it'll be done also. So yeah, just bringing out the opportunity for those who require it is what we're trying to, say over here. Yeah. We had somebody, Anuradha says, rightly said, Isabel, we should build the confidence within ourselves first without bothering about how it will be. Just move forward and do it. You will slowly and automatically start showing yourself every now and then. The first step of confidence is important.
Yes.
Yes.
Well said, Anuradha. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So we wind up for today with our interview. Thank you so much, Isabel, for coming on here, for taking the time. And thank you for accepting our invitation, though.
Yeah.
Very, very happy to have you here. And for those who are watching, again, you heard from Isabel, you heard from Sheetal and from ourselves. Just if you feel if you feel this is for you and this is something that you're looking for, go ahead. It is risk free, by the way. So there's no we won't even say take the risk. It is risk free, and you will see so much of potential. You'll see so much of uh, you'll see yourself improve. And so yeah, just go ahead and try this out, and we'll see you next time with another amazing guest. For now, thank you so much, and See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.